So on fourth down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Emmanuel Sanders deep for the Broncos. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Getting better, really honing it. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things move on.
Watch left, tight end to the left, tight end. Here we go. Blue landing. No, check, Patriot.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be again, and it'll bring up a second down.
How many times you hear today's NFL just is a space game. Get your into space on their hands. That's why sometimes you just a runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people midfield.
4 yard down. Give it to him right up the advantage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2, and it's third down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applies. Fast. Defense diagnosed, and it was over in a heartbeat. Defensively for the Raiders on third down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. It's a gain of yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge there right now. Wants to throw the ball on, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Now plenty.
First down and 10 now. Play fake here on first down. Davis with it left side. Oh, he trucked him. Pick up there of 20 yards.
Goes into a play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Four down, check. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, gone.
And effective running here. He'll tie the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and have some options on second and short.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here we go now. Green.
Throw. Screen fighting through. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
First off, that might break big. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now let's go. 3-19.
First and goal. They'll run for it with Anderson. Stopped immediately there. No time, and it sets up second and goal.
They're the one, no gain, and keep going at them. I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hurry up, here we go. Blue landing.
of the gun. They'll look to throw. Ford left. And he will score. It's their quarterback. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. So a quarterback screen got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball down. As you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
The extra point. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates down by the Broncos. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect to turn this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. We focus our attention now on the Broncos defense. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting quickly, swarming to the football tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And they're this one all the way across the 45.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now some movement before the snap. Free for the first time this afternoon.
Offense. Still first down.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. Pick up there, 8 yards on the first down. And for that, Crabtree just finishes 8th in NFL. Of course, the first 6 in San Fran, last 2 Raiders. Barely topped the 1,000-yard mark, but he did 1,003 this season.
It's been interesting to watch the career arc of Michael Crabtree because you remember when he came out of college, came out of Texas Tech, he was seen as a pure #1 receiver. I thought he was going to be a future All-Pro. But he settled in as the #2 guy in Oakland, and I think that's been great for him. Taking the pressure off of Amari Cooper and making plays himself.
Down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
All right, here we go. Baby, alert, alert.
From midfield, here's Carr. He's got the hook up to Andre Holmes. The completion good for only 6. That'll bring up 4th.
Much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Marquette King now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. And coming out, Broncos. And that last drive, a long drive, had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting back to own territory, why would you change?
It got his man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Their dangerous receiver, 74 yards, and the Broncos able to pull off their quick strike ability. Took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you...
And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring back in the extra point attempt.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raiders offense now back out and down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened. Drive punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They go with Murray again. Murray fighting, lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble and trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get up. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you
Yeah, you can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. Now Carr. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had it. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Oakland. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Now Sanders. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down. And here's the Denver offense now. Set over here. That long pass, a one-play drive last time. See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure one gets behind you. That's the final sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's a short complete to the tight end. And they have, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. At the end of one, it's the Broncos with the early lead. Charles to Denver after the...
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across 40. Sanders, the former SMU product, had 79 catches last year, over 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. They're going to need more of him in Denver if they want to get back into the playoffs.
Part of a great he and Demaryius Thomas, and Demaryius plays out wide. He's one of the, you send him out there and let him on one and use his big body and his big frame to get open. Manuel Sanders, he has the ability to work inside as well. He's not just quick, he's also fast. Dependable for a quarterback because a lot of the routes are right in the sight line. Easy throws for a QB.
Slot man moves right. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit 35. The whole group of Raiders at that time helped bring second down following the...
Now that's the type of play that up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, but they'll abandon it now, gaining only 1 on that play.
Chased out left. And he's got room. He spins past him and in. And goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
In the red zone this time.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught just inside the 10. And down this 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2. It's second and goal.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
Green 39! Green 39! Over!
Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play, except the dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic, maybe in the back of it, wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arc. Now they try the right side here. Fighting for the end zone. Ball, it's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. Hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr finding time. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on, and it's 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Carr turns, hands to Murray. And he has yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any far. I think it's time to abandon the run, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Throwing his car on third down. Connects it to Roberts, right side. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
The first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
A nice job to fit it to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Mark as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Possession goes over here. The punt. And the Broncos are going to get it at the 20. Now out comes their leader, and the of this offense back onto the field. And he's been busy with his feet, scrambling man.
And I break down a deep, but a lot of it is just that they just get trapped worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out. Let him outside of the pocket with his legs.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
On that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And, boy, they had this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurable. They wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But they really said competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pop. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them? We thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make turn to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams. They get the young quarterback. Defense continues to live up to expectations. Real strong push in the West.
You're right. They just need. So second down was a run play. Now let's see on third.
Here we go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. This time, we'll go out to the 49. That's DB off a rookie. Those experienced DBs, they love. Go
back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about quarterbacks. What's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him reception.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And catch.
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
This is Murray as he takes this one down to the 20-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When they can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
All right, here we go. Red 18, set.
That was second. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll yard that time and they'll lead to it now.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, think about changing up their play calling. Some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Red 18, set.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. And then complete. They were trying to get it to DeAndre Washington. And it's
one of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. And now a nice little angle route. That's supposed to be, usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. So now on fourth down, the Raiders, the left foot of Sebastian Janikowski. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it to get him free.
And now we get a look at the captain of this offense out there now. He's thrown for a 10. He's run for one so far.
When you're able to walk for him at a high level and do it in multiple, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about it.
And that's caught inside the a pickup there, and it's a first down for the Broncos. 2 minutes remain here. Back to Denver right after this. A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take for that. Comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Hot.
Gun snap as they'll look to quick hitter here. It's complete. And taking it to the 5th. Brought down. It's a gain of 17. And it's down.
I like that one, partner. They go back. It shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again.
And this is caught on the sideline. Out of bounds. He caught it but was not inbound.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap there. Whatever wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
Set. Green 39.
He'll try arm here on 2nd down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Defense, and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call. You got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 3rd and 5, expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Throw. He's going to flip one out here. And he is in for a Denver touchdown. A play there. A 9-yard touchdown. And the Broncos their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late moves, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the one up a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember? The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Taiwan Jones. Sheds a second man.
Some momentum, isn't he?
The Broncos defense getting ready. And they got off the hook just a little bit last time. Field goal.
The way the game is played, what you're looking for on defense, what we call empty possessions. Scoring whatsoever. That's the goal. At worst, you want a field goal. That's when you feel like it's a win. But to run off the field with a missed field goal, no points on the board, hey, that's got to feel great going to the bench.
A nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
Penalty, it's Murray. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And we're going to get a timeout here by the first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, brought in by Walford, right side. It's third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout. Offense. So oh, and the hard count might have got.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So a little jumpy there defensively. Ref caught him in the yard penalty. So we're back in the offense getting set for that timeout. So the offense has it first and 10. On first and 10, here's Carr. He's got time. Oh, the complete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And now it's set.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think ball. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, it's going to help you.
Since being hurried, he got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here's Carr. Over the middle. And he gets this inside the 5-yard line. 15 yards through the... Cool under pressure right there. A second and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the... that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move. That's the defense because secondary. And I think found us
come in here by the offense, and with halftime on the horizon, timeouts from here forward. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go to resume the action. Oh, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and we have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to... We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL. It's on Sports.
I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Point. The Broncos are happy to be in front, and they'll look to play another solid half of football. The Raiders know it's always hard to come in and get a win on the road, but they're not out of this one yet. That'll do it from our EA Sports studios. Let's get back to Denver with Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first. We get set to go in the second half. And we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's back of the end zone for a touchback. Raiders defense getting ready. They're losing here as we begin trying to stop this from deficit.
And I used to play for a coach who always talked about their team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're rotating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to build as we third.
Here we go now.
Right up the gut. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the thirds there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
In my book, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, this is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just any situations that you worry about throughout the game. And with a lead.
And that's caught inside the third. A huge play there for Demdy, 4 yards. So blitzed, a nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center? All the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now there'll be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down, pat him away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire for a really good strike.
It's a loss of a yard, and now 2nd down.
Well, Brad, adjustments, they still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Out of the gut to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Strategy there. Get it to your tight and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not
in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making...
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why quarter maybe go to the run game a little more.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run more in this spot, but they have to feel good about it.
So give them 3-5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. So here comes the Raiders ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the Board get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most half you're scripting 12 to 16. The second half you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of whatever terminology they use, just something to get started. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent block, but the guy carries the finisher, a really nice run.
We ready? 5 and 8.
On second down, here's Carr. Here's Wolford over the middle. And Downings, but he takes it up 40. They give him 13 yards there.
That has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
On first down, Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2. It'll be second down.
In college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed his balance and his ability to block, forcing the run game as we just saw there.
And the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. And the D looking like they may blitz. Murray the lone setback. Possible run anticipation here as line sandwiches together. And able as he's across the 40 to the 41. Safety T.J. Ward in on the stop.
Tough day, tough snare, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Throwing his Carr on third down. Throw left side to the tight end Wolford. And able to pick up the first and field to the 47.
Part of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can catch the balls.
Now give to Murray. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. 3 on first down. Set up a 2nd and 7.
Unselfish players on ball team. Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we do.
Again, it's Murray. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on and throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4 down.
They dialed up the pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And that is good. He hit it well from distance, but he could back in. It will stay right where it is. And it's hit from Vince against him, but that is now 3 missed far.
3! And you wonder where his head's at right now. Kickers are a funny breed, but I have a feeling 29 yards to get him back.
And Denver had to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense is too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Fake here on first down. And it pops for collision there, loose and second down. All right, different pick here, 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minnesota. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its stadium, right? Vikings be that team. I'll start in the NL. I think Seattle starting to get maybe last run with their defense, but Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys run. I think that they came so close this year, probably next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team.
Of course. Cleveland Browns. And that's caught. And all the way home. Gore. A big play there. His second touchdown and the Broncos add on.
In order to lead, you're going to get plenty of control. It's his second touchdown game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better be looking for the hat trick here as this one. Out comes the kicking team here for the... The kickoff team on the field now, this one away. The second at his 4. And he'll take this across yards up to the 27-yard line. Offense now, they trot back out. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, want to try one if we're in that position again? The answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit
closer?
Yeah, you know, first and foremost. But if all else fails, less him for him. That's a really nice play, able to stack. Well, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Carries Pilach, maybe a yard up to the 29. The Pro Bowl end, DeMarcus Ware there to take him down.
Partner, we know they're built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs will pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, control the clock, control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now on third down, Carr throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it for
a short game that doesn't get them the first down. Brings up a 4th down situation.
Really got the stop before it. Here's Marquette King now as he's on for the 5th time here today. It away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle bounds. Now this Broncos offensive unit, they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They made a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the route.
Offense, it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. On again, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 15. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And a good facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. Blitz scheme. Get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in Super Bowl 50. Some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also...
Strong right. I'm here all day. Here we go now.
run it now. And there just continues to be no run. He's bottled up in at the line of scrimmage. He's fumbled already once. That was in his mind there, but during some of these plays, he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. Is this guy hold up the runner? Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free. But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control because you have the ball and they don't. Often the physicality sets the tempo for. Did you route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first interception.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
They go play action here on first down. And finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but into ignoring. There, he's over 100 yards passing now.
You know what that means? That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very active. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. That means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about on schedule when they're ball. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule, trying to get 4 downs on first down, they did that, +3.
Back to throw. Surveying the field. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and complete.
Initial focus was on how far that pass was on the play. Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
He'll try and pick it in the air. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding third down sticks and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Taking it right down Broadway. The Raiders for 6. Touchdown. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal. Got to kind of hit it low and drive it. Susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the where they didn't create a penalty. Oftentimes in that type of fumbling situation, someone will clip, someone, you name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
As his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that's the key of a team, because downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again? And
they'll look to throw here. Incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd, drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen. Spinning past him. 40. They give him 17 yards that time as Evans. He's played a great game and continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
The leader of their team down, who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down, and stay that confident in what he's getting done.
Brown, he'll push this forward only to about yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd.
Well, so many times we look at a short run trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, the battle there, it wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And defensively, they just don't have an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the...
After that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe.
Here we go. Now let's go.
Now, here's the run with Anderson. It's a loss of 2.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Again, Anderson. Nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that. And Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down. Here's play number 7, 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put them in a good spot on 3rd down. Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking it.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much, so if you're in, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is taken about deep. And no run back here. This it comes out to the 25-yard line. Oakland ready to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. Cut it out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. Does that guy get on the field on this drive?
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Out here's Carr. Finds Roberts left side. Only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And receivers really gain stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are working.
Here's Carr. He's got time in the pocket. And incomplete. He has tossed it away, but that brings up 4th. Here's Marquette King now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets it away, and boy, it's a number. And Sanders now to return. Nice job bringing that one back. Possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree. Out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. And that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get...
3 down. Here we go now.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Right. Fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. Return stops just a little bit in field at the 48-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. Going to be happy about those picks? Any team that has this defense.
Again here on 2nd and 10. Finding his safe complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to fail.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd down, doing the completed pass. They're definitely showing blitz here.
Here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Finding, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws. That brings up 4th down. Here's Marquette King now. He's been terrific so far. The Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, and 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Oakland. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Punt team now. This one goes to the 20. So the Broncos coming out now. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. Think about how it feels because everyone has a goal when they start at home, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they manage to get today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Every year you feel right going, translated that into a win.
They protected the home, and now the final stages.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a nice Nice carry there of 15 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Here we go now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yard. That's going to go as a 4, and it'll be second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one in this 4th. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to it now. That winds yards on the sack. And that'll bring up. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. Still on his feet. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
That one good for 21 yards, and they're able to move gains as they convert on 4th and long. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. 8 seconds now.
I guess they figure with a guy who is ill, who knows how to get in the zone, you throw it up and play.
And in the end zone there, but unsuccessful.
I'm coming.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
All right, now look at 56.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to try and go deep. He'll be incomplete. 1 second left.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You ball really well. It's a 5th ball play. Guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Set. Green 39.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes, teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, they were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Letting them serve. That way you hold on to it, and they feel about that victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. And this has been a presentation of the NFL EA Sports. For more, check us out at EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.